have been working in the Hilton Hotel 29 years. Yeah, I'm the house person in the hotel. Yeah, the reason we are on the street today because after our contract expired, the union has many times negotiation with the hotel, and what the hotel they put on the table is nothing. It's more than how to cutting our job, how to eliminate our benefit, and we can't accept their offer. If we accept their offer, our life quality will be go back to he was 10 years ago. So that's why we cannot accept their offer. We have to fight. We have to fight for our future. We have to fight for our family.
And are the hotels making profits?
Yes, the hotel, after the pandemic, the hotel, they making like a significant 30% increase profit, right? So they forget about that. We are working hard. So to earn this kind of profit for them, they just want to share. They don't want to share with us. They are really squeezed. They just trying to take any advantage from us. That's why we have to go on strike today to fight for our future.
And do you have solidarity here? Are a lot of members supporting this?
Oh yes, a lot of members here. So as I know, nobody they go back to the hotel inside to work, right? And we are not alone. In our city we have 5 major hotels in strike. We got 24 hotels nationwide to strike together because one fail, all fail. We are all together.
And how have they cut back? I've heard they've cut back on rooms. They don't clean the rooms. They're cutting back on labor. And also, what are your wages? How hard is it to survive in San Francisco as a hotel worker?
Okay, so we are living in the high living cost area, and also the inflation is significant for years, right? And we only ask the reasonable increase for the wage, and we want to keep our benefit, right? That's no way to go back to 10 years ago. Nobody will accept of it.
So you can't pay your rent, you can't take care of your families. Do hotel workers have to work 2 jobs, or 3 jobs to survive?
Many workers, they work 2 jobs. Some of them even work 3 jobs, right? And some of them, because the hotel after pandemic, they reduce the job opportunity. They cut the position, and also they combine the position. So a lot of members, they suffering, lay off. They have no job. That's why they have to looking for the job from the outside. And when the hotel call them back, it's like they have to, to working in one job and then go to another one, and some of them even need to go to 3rd jobs.
So that must be pretty stressful for their families.
Exactly. They have no time with their family. All they have to do the whole day is like struggling to finish one job and go to another job.
I'm a housekeeper. I clean rooms here at the Hilton, San Francisco Union Square. And today we're striking.
And housekeeping is a difficult job.
Yes.
A lot of rooms, workers get injuries. Why don't you talk about the life of a housekeeper in a hotel?
In my personal experience, when I joined, it was somewhat okay. I thought I knew what I was going into, but gradually it has been getting worse. Post-pandemic, our workload has increased. We have rooms that have been vacant, dirty for several days, I imagine, because of how
They urge people not to call the housekeeper, not to clean their rooms, to cut back on labor.
I believe that's something that they tell them at the front desk. I'm not sure, but because I work in that area of housekeeping, I don't know much of what goes on and what is told to our guests. But our guests deserve better, They deserve clean rooms. We're here for that. We want to do that. But sometimes when we get there to that room, it takes us longer time to get that room to a standard. You know what I mean? We literally have to spend a lot more effort and a lot more time getting those rooms clean. And that is because they've been sitting there, kind of.
You're stressed out. It's more stress and pressure on
Yes. And especially for me, I work in the PM shift. It is whatever comes out, we have to run this way and that way, 3 towers, this way and that. I want to work. I'm here to do that. I'm here to offer my 100%. But I have to speak up for those things that are getting taken away from me, that are some of the benefits that I'm fighting for, my health care, it will be non-existent, retirement, and wages. Here in the Bay Area, it is very expensive everywhere, but especially here. We have to be able to make our, pay our bills, pay our rent. And by not having those benefits and not increasing wages to the standard of living of this area, how can we do it? Okay? Our bosses, I have respect for them, but at the same time, they need to hear us. They need to hear why we're here, what we're doing, what we're trying to do. Hear us that we need you. Post-pandemic, it's been getting so bad that the workforce has been reduced.
How much has it been reduced?
I would say, specifically in my shift, there used to be 15 people. Now there's 7, 6 at that. So I would say 50%.
Trying to do the same amount of jobs?
Same amount of rooms, but with a little bit of the increased work in each one of them, And we are held to a standard also because this hotel, holds us to a standard, which we're trying with all our might to meet. But this is why we're here. To ask our bosses to hear us out in what we're asking and be fair to us because we're here for them. We're here to work and give our 100%, but we need those benefits to stay as we have them or better because, times are difficult right now. Every single one of us. I'm speaking right now for myself, but I hear the rest of my peers and we're in a jam when it comes to paying our bills.
Survival.
Exactly, sir. That it is.
And also, housekeepers have a lot of problems with health problems. They work bending over, back problems. I mean, is that an issue in the industry?
It is definitely. We've had a few, accidents, incidents where people, hurt their backs. I myself, hurt my shoulder. All is better now, but it's also repetitive motions, that we have to do. Yes, we have training. We have to do the things professionally and again to standard, but yet, our bodies are our bodies.
They wear out.
They wear out, so that also comes into play. More difficult rooms, more struggle to get those done, more traveling, more, everything more. It's pressure, mentally, physically, and at this point, spiritually, because we're all, demoralized. Why they don't want to help us? Why they don't want to, come to an understanding?
And there's a demand that you should be able to work and survive on one job. Do you know many workers who are working more than one job here? To survive the double jobs or triple jobs? I mean,
Yes. We must. We have to do that. Here, in order to pay our bills, we have to have more than one job. Yes.
That must be stressful for the family, running from one job to another, taking care of your family.
Sometimes, a lot of my peers don't get to see their kids, all day, because they jump from one place to the other just to make ends meet. My kids are grown. I'm a very lucky lady in that sense, and my kids fend for themselves, but you know.
And do you have solidarity, or all the workers pretty much together on this thing? Solidarity. Do you have a lot of solidarity here? Solidarity.
Yes, yes. This is like, look at this. And this is people right now, you know, that are hanging by a thread. And whatever we have, we're going to try to hang on. We're going to hang on until whatever happens, a good result for all of us, or, you know, the bosses are going to kind of.
And this is a national strike in other cities. Why has the union decided to go national?
I believe because it was needed, it was time due, and everybody said, okay, what a better time than right now to let everybody know in what situation we are.
My name is John Elrod.
And John, you're a shop steward here at Picket, Captain, at the Hilton Hotel?
I'm a shop steward. I'm also on the union's executive board, and I'm on the negotiating committee.
So what are the issues? I know that this is a national strike. There are workers in Oakland and other cities around the country. It seems like it's a similar problem for hotel workers in the United States.
The main issues here in San Francisco are health care and wages and workload conditions.
And what are the what health care? I mean, what are you fighting around health care?
We're fighting to keep our health care affordable.
And what does that mean? How much do you have to pay for health care now? You're working full time?
We have our own local 2 health and welfare trust fund, and it is employee funded.
And a lot of the workers here live in San Francisco, one of the highest cost places to live in the United States. What is the situation of hotel workers in San Francisco trying to survive with the living costs in San Francisco Bay Area?
Workers in the hotels that live in San Francisco are barely able to survive. Between the cost of living, inflation, housing costs, the wages have not kept up with the need, and we need improvements.
And the companies have cut back. I know that there's been a campaign around asking that your room be cleaned. They've cut back in cleaners. They've cut back in cost. How has that affected the hotel workers?
Well, it creates a workload issue for hotel workers, which is, you know, especially for somebody like a housekeeper whose body deteriorates at a quicker rate than a lot of other workers. It's, you know, very important for health.
And how many workers are at this hotel on strike?
I don't know the exact number, but I would guess between 600, probably right around 600, maybe a little bit more.
You have a strike fund?
We do have a strike fund, yes.
And how much is that?
I'm not exactly sure what the amount of the strike fund is right now. And
have these companies been making profits?
These companies have all been making tremendous profits. Yeah, they've been making more profits than ever.
I saw a story about $1,000 hotel rooms, that they're charging a lot of money for hotel rooms.
They charge tremendous amounts for hotel rooms, especially when big citywide conventions are here. They charge top dollar, obscene amounts of money.
And are other unions supporting the strike?
Absolutely. We've had tremendous solidarity from other labor unions, both on the picket line and at our action today. It's universal that other unions are standing in lockstep solidarity with us.
And I know a lot of workers, there's a sign here, want to live on one job. How many jobs are workers forced to work because they don't make enough to work on one job?
Well, as the slogan goes, one job should be enough.
But it's not.
For many workers have to work more than one job.
What is it like? Can you talk about that? Some of the workers here having to work a lot of jobs and having their family and that kind of thing?
Workers who work other jobs, a lot of times, I would assume if you have 2 jobs, I mean, on certain days you may work 2 shifts. I mean, that might be as much as 16 hours a day. That's very hard. It's hard on your body, and I imagine, as you intimated, you know, it might be very hard on family life.
And how long are you prepared to stay out?
This is a limited limited duration strike. It's over at 10 p.m. on Tuesday, but we're prepared to last and fight as long as we need to in order to secure a fair contract.
We've been in bargaining for months. We're very, very far apart. Our negotiating committee has been deeply insulted and offended by what management's put on the table. It's not enough for us to be able to survive here, and it's unacceptable.